as I was given a description of what was going on. Basically, big sell-off. Tons of stop losses got taken out to bring the price down. And now whoever would put in their buy limit at a very low price has caused the price to come back up. But to be honest with you, these two green candlesticks, which they're 5-minute candlesticks, so 10 minutes, that's just basically a fake out. We're going to see a big red candle that's going to form basically with this, or maybe with the next one. It's not going to end up shooting up. But bots have basically taken control of GDAX, and they've taken control of it earlier today as well too. I do have it recorded on a live stream. Unfortunately, the audio was cutting in and out. But as we can see from the order book, and it was a lot worse today. The bots have gotten a little smarter though, but I was able to catch it right away and inform my the viewers that this was not a safe play, and I got out and I didn't get back in. But what we're going to see is basically little tiny orders. Before though, the orders would be the same. You know, they would be like 0.25, 95, 65, something to that extent. But there would be tons of them. I mean, they filled up the whole screen, increments of a penny. Now what we're seeing is, 0.276031, a bunch of those, but then they're changing the amount too. Now they're going to 0.290066, or you'll see, 0.210066. But you'll see a bunch of different orders, and they're all increments of a penny. Now the ones that you do actually see, that are a larger amount, those are basically limit buy orders that are basically going to be executed while people are sleeping, because they decided to put in a low ball offer to buy, thinking that it would actually get to that price. So we got a buyer, for at $40.53. That wants to buy 583, and he probably thought, hey, that's a good price, I'll put it in there. But I can see this thing dipping to 35, possibly 30. That's the level that I'm looking at, a little before 30 to get back in. It already touched 38, 38.76, and I'm talking kind of low because it is 1:30, 1:46 in the morning, and I had plans to stay up and watch this because of what happened last night. It ripped up to 57 and then came crashing to 35.50 on the dot, and that was at 3:30 a.m. So I kind of expected this to happen, and that's why I stayed up and just kind of sat there with money on the sideline, waiting to find the right dip. But I did say that these two green candles are a fake out, and this is kind of proving my theory right now. We got two red candles. So either the third red candle or the fourth red candle is going to drop it below the low of this, which was 38.76. So we're going to see a very violent big dip, and that's happening. It's coming. Even though there's big large buy order, and this indicates that nobody is selling, and that could be wrong. I don't think that's the depth chart is correct. I think the depth chart is frozen on me. But this is the first time that I've seen bots take control of a trading platform. I've not seen that before at all. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh the screen. But it was crazy today. I got to look at the timestamp of when the bots came on. I'm thinking it was right around, off the top of my head, like 3 o'clock, something to that extent. I was having problems with the live feed, so I shut it down, started back up, and as soon as I started it back up, it just started flashing. And as soon as it flashed, I knew exactly what was going on. And then I basically, made a plan to execute my trade. And I wanted to get out at 43 because it started dropping. Since I saw it, I couldn't get out at 43. I ended up getting out at 41.66 for a profit of $1.66 because I got in at $40. And I got in at $40 at 3:30 in the morning when it tanked to 35 because I had my buy limit put in at $40.01. So I mean, if you were awake and you actually played this and you played it very quick and not gotten too greedy, you could have got in, at 39 because it fell to 38.76. and then get out at a little under 44 because it touched 44. I mean, so that's a $5 gain. If you went in with 100 ether, you just made 500 bucks, but you got to be quick. I mean, this is within less than 15 minutes. You probably wouldn't have been able to get out at 15. I'm at 44 because I mean it shot up to 44 and then came right back down and closed basically right in the middle. But here comes a crash like I predicted. And these are 5-minute candles. So a third candle basically opened up above the previous closing candle. But that doesn't indicate a bullish turnaround at all. I mean, if it was going to be a bullish turnaround, it would have opened up a lot higher. But there we go. She's turning red. Let's take a look at these orders. And my order book is not properly working. It's kind of frozen. But that would give me a good idea if buy orders that are sitting there are being executed at a very fast rate. We're going to see a violent drop. Let me go ahead and refresh this. So basically what I'm hoping to do is try to catch the 3075. And if I can catch that 3075, then I would try to sell at 35 because we're going to get a nice ride up just for a couple of minutes, and that's it. And then I would sell that and wait for it to dip below 30. So you really got to play these correct, and you got to play them quick. So I might actually even do market order for this. I normally do limit orders just so I avoid the commission, but I'm going to be doing a market order just so that my order is executed. But I did tweet out on Twitter, so if you guys follow me, you would have seen that. But it was kind of late though. But I did send a tweet out to Coinbase support, as well as Brian Armstrong. I mean, he's the owner of the company. Basically saying, hey, bots have taken over GDAX. It's the craziest thing I've seen. He's probably not going to respond now. They're probably looking at that tweet and being like, what? Are you serious? They know, though. They know. But, if they say no, they're not, I can be like, dude, I have the proof. It was live streamed. I caught it right on time. But, yep, there we go. Complete fake out. Complete fake out. There was nothing sustainable about those two green candles. But I mean, I've been looking at charts for a long time, analyzing them, and I'm able to pick up if it's a fake out, if it's not. If it wasn't a fake out, we would have seen a couple gradual green candles, not just two green candles. But I do apologize for talking low. It's about 1:52 a.m. and I got the kids and the wife sleeping. But I definitely wanted to record this so you guys were able to see what I was seeing. Coming down to 40. So it dipped below 40. Now it's going to dip below 39. And then once it breaks really the bottom of this candle here, which is 38.76, it's going to be downhill to 35 from there. And then we'll get a nice little bump up, which is going to be a fake out. But this thing will break 30 today. It will definitely break it. It's a matter of time. That's my speculation. That's my prediction. So we'll see if it comes true. And I don't know if GDAX is freezing up or if it's my computer. It's definitely not my computer. My internet's working fine. I'm able to surf on my laptop while I have this chart up on my monitor. But yeah, there's nothing good about the bots taking over, to be honest with you. I just feel bad for the people that have put orders in, thinking it would be a good entry. Alright, I do apologize about the technical difficulties, but I had to end that one and start a new one. But the last thing I said was that, I didn't even trust this green candlestick here, because there was a gap where it opened up below this red candle's closing price here, and I didn't even trust it, and I expected a further downtrend, and the further downtrend, like I predicted, is happening. So let's see if my prediction comes through. So what I'm gonna have to do is put these videos together, because there's going to be about 3 to 4 videos that I'm gonna have to kind of merge together and then try to upload this. But I normally would not be up this late at 2 a.m. But based on what happened yesterday at 3:30 in the morning, I figured, you know what, it's probably best if I stay up and watch this happen. And I am looking to get in. I'm looking to find the bottom on this. And that's basically the reason why I stayed up. The bots took control. I knew there was going to be further downtrend. And yeah, it's coming down. Let me look at some other altcoins, but I'll look at it on a different screen because I want to keep this up. So I'm basically looking for it to get to the $30 level. My entry is going to be at 30.75 for 300 Ether. And then what I'm expecting is a nice little bump of possibly $4 to $5. So then my exit is going to be, it's going to be a little under 35. It's going to be 34.99. That's what I'm going to put the order in for. But I might not even put in a limit order. I might just do a market order and pay the fee, just so I make sure that my order gets executed. But let's see if the bots are still in play. They seem to somewhat have disappeared. That's a good sign. And I'm just looking at the order book now. Considering the bots are not there, this could be a turnaround period here for it. But if they were still in play, then I would say that it still has a further downtrend. Yeah, they're still in play. They're selling now, 0.1, 0.5, 0.1. And as you can see, there's tons of them. There's a good amount of those 0.1, 0.5 orders. And they're spread out. They're all over the place. Let's see if the bots are buying. The bots are not buying at this moment. At least not as much as they were before. So we do have normal orders being put in the book. And I don't think in the East Coast anyone's awake at 2:21 in the morning. This is probably mainly West Coast and possibly other countries. That's early morning for them, that GDAX or Coinbase operates out of. So yeah, there's nothing really promising about this price point at this moment, and I would not be looking to enter in the $39, $40 range. That's not the way I want to play this. And if I don't like what I see, I'm basically gonna, not even execute, cancel that 30.75 order, and look for a better entry, possibly in the 36.90 range. I'm sorry, 2690 range, 2635 range, and that would give me about 350 ether. And if that doesn't look good, I doubt it'll get below 20, but you never know. There's a possibility with the craziness that's happening. $400 ether at $23.06. I will be looking at that level as well too, but it's got to break 35. It's got to break, 32. If it does that, I'm canceling that order. And that all depends, if I see bots coming back on, if I see the depth chart, being lopsided, and if I see sellers stacking up, that'll determine whether I'm going to stick with that 30.75 or I'm going to cancel it. So there's a lot that I got to look at to determine whether that's going to be a good entry. All right, it's getting ready to crack under 39. It'll be cracking under 39 very soon. And I'm hoping, the audio comes out well on this, because I really can't talk too loud. I ended up waking up my 3 kids. But other altcoins at 2:25 in the morning, Dash is still looking pretty good, 97.30. Bitcoin 1066. Unfortunately, Ethereum Classic is coming down 172. I did hit $2 yesterday, or close to 2. Monero, wow, that was at 23.50 today. Down under, it's at 19.59. So as fast as altcoins went up, now it's time for them to come down. It's a downtrend. So I'm hoping nobody's stuck in some of these altcoins that are dropping. Steam, though. Somebody in my live chat did inform me of Steam, and I did not take advantage of it. But 151% today. That's crazy. That's definitely being pumped hardcore. So when we're looking at these candles, they are 5-minute candles. So it basically represents 5 minutes worth of price action movement. And if we really look at it from, let's see what time. From about 12:35 to about now, 2:27. We have 5 green candles, and then 18 red candles. That is just horrible. That's very, very bullish. I'm sorry, very bearish. That's a bearish territory right there. But it did touch that low of 38.76. So let's see, if she's gonna get to it at this moment. The low was exactly 39, and it's on the current candle. But I would not trust any of these right now to be able to get in at this moment. It's not worth it. Pretty soon, other stop losses under 38.75 are going to be taken out, and then it'll be a domino effect, just straight down. Let's see what it looks like on the 1 minute candle. Yep, complete downtrend. And this is one of the green candles, the 2 main green candles on the 5 minute chart that I basically explained that was a complete fake out. These 2 right here. There was nothing that I saw. I mean, even though they look good, and if you really catch that bottom and try to sell very quick, you could have made a couple of $100, depending if you bought, depending on how many ether you bought. So if you bought 100 ether, and let's just say you got it in at 39, I mean, you wouldn't have been able to sell at 44. I mean, it went up to 44, touched it, and it came right back down. It wouldn't have been enough time to have your order executed unless your order was the first one in there for $44 to sell. But if you got it at 43, that's a $4 pop per coin. So if you had 100, that's $400 in a matter of basically a little over 10 minutes. $400 in 10 minutes. That's not bad. But I'm looking at the overall picture for this, because the last thing I want to do is get in and then not have my order be the first one to execute, and then I'm down here somewhere. Still hovering over that 39, which to me does not look bullish at all. But I'm hoping nobody is buying this, not looking at the depth chart, not looking at the candlesticks, not looking at the order book, not looking at the trade history of what's being executed. And when this thing starts crashing, it's going to crash hard. It'll be violent. Let's see if bots are back in play. Yeah, they're making a comeback. 0.139593. Tons of those orders. Yep, bots. Look at this. I mean, 150273. Bots are in play now. They're making a comeback. And this is exactly what happened earlier today. So bots are buying at these little increments. Let's see if they're selling also at little increments. More than likely, I'm sure it's several bots that are doing this, but they're going to accumulate, just a little bit at these, 0.149259, and as you can see, they're only increments of a penny. 70 cents, 71 cents, 72 cents, 73 cents, only penny increments. And then when they accumulate them, they'll add them up and start dumping them. All right, she broke 39. Let's see if she breaks that 38.76. Yeah, there's just nothing pretty about this chart whatsoever. Let's take a look at the 15-minute candle. Same thing. 1 hour candle. Of course, that's a violent dip, 3:30 in the morning. where I got in at 40 bucks. That was my buy limit that I had set. Nobody's awake. You know, I wasn't awake to see this, or I would have canceled it and looked at maybe, you know, under 30, 36. But we'll go back to the 5-minute candle. Yeah, and then if you can see some of these sell orders, you know, 0.038548, 4058, 0.03854406. Yeah, those are definitely bots. Yep, tons of buy orders. I mean, that's just crazy. They have completely infected GDAX. This is just pure manipulation, and you know, hopefully nobody bought at the top. You know, expecting this to do a dash type of move. But you think about it though, this all started with Dash. You know, Dash started going up, you know, for a day, for 2 days, for 3 days, and then all of a sudden all the other altcoins just started taking off. And what goes up that fast is going to come down fast, but Dash is still up. It is still up. That's very surprising. Alright, let's see. Yep, 38.80. Is she going to break 38.76? And if she snowballs down, I mean, I'm ready to cancel. I'll be ready to cancel this order and then put another one in for $26.35. $26.35 at 350 Ether. And if that gets close to getting taken out, 2306. 2306 breaks that for my entry. You know, if she gets close to 24, I'm taking it off completely because she'll break under 20. I mean, this could be the drop of a lifetime. And if you can catch the complete bottom of this, and hopefully it makes it back up or just flat lines, you're still in a better position than, you know, buying it at 40. She still hasn't broke the 38.76 yet, but I mean, it's only 4 cents away. But she'll be breaking it very soon. And it could be a $2 drop, you know, after she breaks that. And we'll see if it's going to be a long candle, a long wick. But I did not expect to be up. There she goes. She broke it. Broke that 38.76, which was a previous low. There she goes. It'll be a snowball effect from here. Good amount of support though. So I don't know if somebody had a buy order, a limit buy order sitting there, thinking that would be a good entry price because they, you know, they saw it at 45, thinking they would put it in at 38.51, but those got taken out. So sellers are unloading. You have 250 Ether right up here at 38.51. So that person was not awake to see this, because they would have canceled it. So considering those buy orders got absorbed very quickly, sellers are looking to unload. Bots are looking to unload on them. So let's see, right now it's probably all bot orders in play. 38.15, big support. 38.12, there's a big support for 1,782 Ether. So the spread is about 3 cents, you know. And actually, even though the price is 38.50, um, the buyer at 38.47, I mean, it's nothing. It's just it's the bots that are buying. And then once it gets a nice little pop, the bots will sell that. Yeah, the bots will do basically, thousands upon thousands of trades. It's basically high frequency trading. And they take little profits, little increments here and there. And when you're doing tens of thousands of trades, it adds up. It's a lot of money that the bots can make for whoever's running the bots. All right, 38.25 cracked. Yeah, this is going to be a downtrend snowball effect. It's going to be a roller coaster. Dash is still holding pretty well on Poloniex, 96 bucks even. So the price on Ethereum on Poloniex is 38.35, and on GDAX it's right around that range. So I'll still leave my order up there. And the only time I'm going to take it off is if it just gradually starts coming down to that price. But what we could see is a violent drop, just straight down on basically within a minute. Within a minute, it can drop $6-7, and then come right back up. So my price would execute. I'd refresh my screen, and then I would sell, get out. That's the plan. And if anybody bought this, a while back, I mean, I bought it in the 18 range, 21 range, 28 range. I would take nice little gains, sell. But if anybody bought it in the 20s or 30s, and they didn't sell in the 50s, and they looked at the 40s and said, you know what, I'll hold on to it. It'll get back up to the 50s. I'll put my limit into sell to 50. Never made it back up there. And if they just put in a sell, a limit sell, and not a stop sell, they're basically taking they're going to be losing a good amount of their profit. I mean, if they got it in the 25 range, a while back, they're just going to be losing the majority of their profit that they could have really locked in. All right, big buyer at 38, 4,720. All right, let's take a look and see if that gets absorbed. And we do have another one at 38.12. If my system's working properly. But the faster these orders get absorbed, the faster that it's going to fall. Now, if they take their time being absorbed, then sellers are not looking to sell at that level. But when they go quick, they're absorbed, it'll start tanking. That means that sellers are looking to unload on them. Hopefully it's not one person buying 4,720, but 38 bucks is a pretty, even number where somebody could have put that in before they went to bed and just said, I'll put in a very low offer. It won't get there, but if it gets there, that's great because then it'll bounce back. Now that it's not bouncing back today. When it cracks 37, it's hitting 35. Yeah, these little green pops going up, coming down. Yeah, it's nothing I would personally trust. So it's about 2:43 a.m. Eastern New York time zone. So it was at 3:30 a.m. when that big dip happened. I mean, that buy wall at 38 is crazy. And that's basically because of this 4,720. All right, people are adding on to that 4,720. 20 just got added on top of it. So it's definitely not one person that's looking to buy all those. Did they take up? Oh, okay, it's still there. I thought they took it off. So 47.40 at 38, and then 16.15 Ether at 38.12. It looks like Pascal coin is starting to make a move, up 64%. It was at 17, 18,000 Satoshis when I looked at it earlier. It wasn't up that much. I thought Bitcoin would be the biggest loser, but Ether is basically the biggest loser, at least today. Tomorrow could be something different. let's see what that low was. 38.36. 38.15. 38.12. Okay. And then 16.15 Ether is looking to basically buy at 38.12. But bots are still in play. I mean, look at all these little tiny orders that are all the same. 0.137899, 0.148549, 0.148. I mean, these are all the same orders. Just increments of a penny, and that's it. Every increment of a penny is basically bot orders. And then, of course, then regular people have their orders on top of the bot order. Yeah, once they turned them on today, at like 3, I think it was, it's just been downhill. I would love to find out what these bots are running out of. Could it be another China manipulation? Alright, sorry about that. Had a little difficulty, but I think we only missed a couple minutes. But let's see. Our buyer at 38.12 is still there. Our buyer at 38 is still there. So not much of a price movement. And there will be probably a good 10-minute lag between the time. But I think we got back just at the nick of time before this price level at 38.12 would be executed. So not too many sellers. You know, they're not looking to let go. 39.29. That's not much at all. I see 38.76. There's a seller, 550. I don't know if he's going to get, I don't know if that price will get up to this point, but we'll see. And he's actually not even there anymore. He took it off. He's probably looking to lower it. But anybody that's holding Ether is going to be looking to get out. At least, you know, if they can get out with a profit. 38.79, so the 550 is back. He came back at 38.79. Alright, 38.92 now, so we took it off. I definitely want to see it dip to that 38.12 and 38 flat, just to see how fast, you know, those orders are going to get absorbed. I mean, 4,762 Ether, you know, that's a lot, especially at $38. You know, over $180,000 there. All right, it got close to it. So the bid and the ask is pretty, it's not, well, it was at 28 cents, and that was a good amount of spread, but it thinned out to 10 cents. But our buyers are still sitting there. They haven't canceled it, which I am surprised. They must really want it to execute at that price. Or it could just be people that put it on and at 3:02 in the morning, they're already sleeping. I can't sleep though when this happens. I eat, sleep, drink, dream digital currency. So I'm up a lot. I'm sure somebody that's watching this video is probably thinking the same thing too. Like, I do the same thing too. I'm usually up, but I want to be up to try to catch the bottom of this, possibly that 30.75. And normally I would never go all in, but at a dirt cheap price, I'd be looking to go all in. But normally I would not do that. I would buy increments of 100. All right, 38.14. It's getting close to that 38.12. Let's see if it gets taken out. Our 38 is still there. Big buyer at 38. So we could see, depending if they're going to get absorbed quickly. If they get absorbed quickly, it'll go down. We'll see a drop. But if it sits there and sits there, and if there are really buyers that are out there, they're going to be hitting the sell button. We could see a nice increase, but we'll see. We'll see how the chart's going to react to it. All right, 38.13. So it's definitely making lower lows. I mean, that's the low of the day. And if it decides to go up from here on, then it's making higher lows. Because it really needs to break out above what it was before the turnaround of the day. But I normally would not do a video. I'll record late at night, especially 3 o'clock in the morning. But I thought this price movement was epic, and definitely wanted to record it. So buyers are stepping in and putting their orders in above. There we go. All right. Let's see if there's 38.12 gets knocked out. So we're looking at the right hand side now, the order book. And the spread is only 7 cents. So let's see if somebody's buying. Yeah, never trust this wall. Never buy based on that wall. Alright, orders just sitting there. As long as my computer's not frozen. So no one wants to sell to that person. Or groups of people. There's a lot of buyers that are trying to undercut that big buyer, but it's not the smart thing to do at this moment. It's not going to go up. Alright, 38 is getting close. And that's the biggest buy order that I've seen so far. 47.52. Alright, price is 38.01. Here we go. Let's see if it gets taken out. 4,700. 43.98 left. Oh yeah, it's getting bought out. People are selling it to them. They're definitely selling it to them. 3,000 left. 2,700 left. We're going to see a crash here. We're going to see a big crash. Here it comes. That 38 order should be gone. All of it got absorbed. Sellers are unloading on that. I don't think that buyer or groups of buyers are going to recuperate, what they just bought at 38, unless they get a pop to like 38.50 and they sell. It's not going to sustain the 30 above 38. Now my predictions are never 100% correct, but so far on this one, based on what I'm seeing, it's been correct, and that's why I have not bought yet. I don't believe in this chart yet. I'm not seeing anything that tells me, this is a great opportunity to buy. Even though there's a huge buyer sitting there, I would have normally got in right above that big buyer. Yeah, she's gonna crack the 35 soon. And it's not gonna be a gradual decline. It'll be violent. We got any other big buyers? But anybody that's looking to buy or that's wanting to buy, that their orders in the order book, it's getting sold to them in a heartbeat. There she goes. She's getting ready to break 37. Yep, she broke 37. I am waiting for this crazy dip. I mean, this could be the trade of the month for me if I can catch it at the right time. Alright, bots are still in control. You know, they're buying at 0.136544, 0.147052, and there's just tons of those orders. I've never seen anything this crazy. Alright, we got a big seller, 2,149. So that could have been the person or people that bought that didn't get absorbed. He took it off. That completely came off. But that 38 price point, the people that bought it at that price point are definitely losing money, depending on how much they bought. I mean, if you only buy a couple, it's okay, but if you bought a couple hundred, you're already down $1.40 right now. So if you bought 100, you're down 160. And that's within a minute or two. Oh yeah, she's cracking. She is cracking. And I said basically, at that 38, it's going to be a violent drop. And it hasn't even gotten worse yet. She's getting ready to hit below 36. Yeah, we have not seen a major upswing like we saw in these two green candles here, which I said was a fake out. But, that wouldn't have been a bad play if you were willing to get in and get out early, make $400. But that's as long as you can get out, with a $4 gain. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to keep that order there. Because really, we have not gotten any upward momentum after a nice drop. She just keeps dropping and dropping. And what I'm looking for is basically, for it to hit a certain level and then get a nice bounce up. Like it just bounced up right there when it hit exactly 36. And we do have a buyer at 521. I didn't look at the previous buyer, what they were sitting at. But let's see, at 36, not too many went through. But 417 sitting there. But that's not even a big pop. That's nothing. Yeah, 350 Ether might be the play for me at 26.35. The question is, how low can she go? And she can go lower than this. This is definitely true. I called it earlier. This is just crazy. You know, as fast as it goes up, it's going to fall faster, or just as fast. All right, there's that pop at 36, but not that's a fake out. It's nothing major. You know, 36 to 38. That's a nice pop. A $2 gain. Let's see if people are hitting market or. Yep, that's not going to sustain that pop, but $2. I mean, you got to be quick. It's a matter of buying, hitting refresh, selling. I don't even think you have enough time to do that, to be honest with you. It's all algorithm. It's all bots. Algorithm trading. That's all this is. But eventually they're going to stop, but they're going to stop at a certain point. It might be 26.35. You know, it might be 23.06. It could be, you know, a little below 20. I mean, this thing could go down, and it's just off the wall speculation, complete off the wall. It could go down to its December 2000, you know, I'm going to say December 26th, December 27th level of 2015, and that was $7, $8. It might not do it tonight, but by the end of the weekend, if this trend continues, if algorithm trading with the bots continues, it could reach that level. But that's a far off the wall prediction. I don't even trust this nice little breakout. But you know, if you got into 36 and you can find a buyer at 38, you might be able to, but you probably won't have everything executed. You'll have a couple of your ether executed at that price. Unless she decides to kind of go up to 39, 40. I doubt it though. All right, $2.50 above its low. I still don't know if I trust it. I didn't trust it up here. I'm sure not going to trust this here. But the crazy thing about cryptocurrency is that it's 24/7. Bots can manipulate this and trade this all night long. I don't know anybody that would be awake to do this. I mean, if they are, they're crazy. And that's me. That's one of them. I shouldn't even be up looking at this. I shouldn't even have any orders in the book. All right, it's looking like it's gonna make a nice sizable gain at that $36 level, but $3 up. A lot of buys coming in. They are definitely coming in. This is a nice $5 jump, a little under $5. So let's see if she gets to 41. That would be $5 there. And then she came right back down. Ooh. She is jumping. And that's what I would have wanted, if she was hitting 30.75. That's kind of what I was looking for it to hit and then jump up like that, and then you kind of just get out quick. It's not something that you would trust, because I mean, she could come down any minute now. Sell orders are starting to stack up. Buy orders are flatlined. I mean, there's not much compared to how much is up for sale. 2055. So when people see this nice pop, that's when they start selling into the pop. There's no sense of them selling down here at 30, 36. Especially if they bought, right at 38. They're gonna wait for it to pop up and then get out with minimal gain or minimal loss. But I wouldn't trust these candlesticks at all. Just like I didn't trust these two. My luck, I'll get into a trade here, looking for that pop, and then my computer would freeze up. Or GDAX would go down, and then I can't sell. And then they'd come back on, and it'd get down to 30. So you kind of have to think worst case scenario. Like if I got in, is there a possibility this could happen? Yeah, it could rip up to 40, 45, and I would lose up on some gains, but it's better to buy it when you're actually confident. And right now, I don't have confidence in this at all. But what did she get to? 40.79 from 36, $4.79. This was a gain of, what did she touch here? Let's see. $38.76. $5.25 between this low here and then the top here. A lot of sell orders. 2055 Ether, 1224 Ether. A lot of bots are selling little increments. 0.148, 0.1438, 0.287. And buyers all over the place, but tons of bots as well too. And those could be, low ball orders that just weren't able to get executed. Limit low ball orders that when it, got to 36, they just couldn't get executed at all because it went up so fast. And now other buyers step in and start putting their orders in above that. But yeah, it's going to come down. But right now, since it popped at that $36 level, $30 level is going to be pretty good to play and have a nice pop like that. I'm going to do $30.01. Because more than likely, if she does touch 30, I'm not going to have the whole thing executed. Yeah, if this is a nice breakout from here, if it was, she would keep going up and not be stuck there. Sellers are just basically waiting for big orders to come through so they can unload it on them, and then she'll come crashing again. Yep, just like I predicted, she's going to start coming down. So that 301 is going to be a good play for me instead of 375. I'm sorry, the $30.01. And then once we get a nice $4 pop, get out, sell it. You have some buyers stepping in. around the 38.55 range. Let's see if it finds support at 38. No support at 38. A little bit now. They're coming in, but they're going away. $50 just flashed, or not $50. 50 Ether. See, 52, 52. It's flashing. Those are bots. Now they're flashing 52 Ethers. Yeah, just pay attention to this area here. You'll see increments of 50s just flashing. And then they go away. They flash, they go away. Right in the range of 37.80s. Yep, like I said, I didn't trust this. There comes a dip. Now, I mean, if you're quick enough, you could have definitely played this. You know, bought it a little above 36 and sold it, 40, 50, a couple dollar profit per coin. Let's see if she touches that 36 and breaks it and heads further. Alright, somebody at 37.50. 37.50, there's 462, but they keep adding 500 to it. Take it off. Add 500, take it off. 500, take it off. Let's see what Dash is doing. It'd be nice if we can get a crazy, crazy drop like this on Dash. That would be impressive. Dash still looks like it's maintained its price. Hasn't broke over 100 yet, but it definitely has maintained that above 95 price point, and that's impressive. I think it's getting ready to hit over 100. Yep, sitting just a little under 90, 97 as Ethereum crashes back to where it was. I think when I first bought Ethereum, it was 1679. Was when I first purchased it, but saw it at $7, 705, like December 27th or 26th. At least these candles are looking a little better instead of these downward candles here, especially after this pop. But this is still a fake out, still a downtrend. Hasn't made new highs at all on this candle, on this probably what I'm looking at the 5-minute chart in the past 35 minutes here. In order for this to be bullish and the bears to not take control and the bulls to take control, it's got to really break 42. It's got to break 42.20. Then I would say it's in a good position. But with all these bots, I don't think it's going to get there. I think I might be up till the sun rises. So let's see, 2,571 at $40. Yeah, I could get there for him, or her, or them. They could get there. Where's our big buyer sitting? $39.60. I think it'll get to that $40 level for this big seller to get out. $40 it hit for the guy or group. $40 order is off the table. Ooh, more came back. More selling. Man, who's buying it at this level? That's huge. Let's see the $40 level, what was executed. Good amount, but not too much. So that's still the same group. That's still the same order that was in the book. It just had only a little bit of it executed because it touched 40 and then came right down. But wow, this wall is just insane. I don't think buyers want this. I don't blame them. I wouldn't want it either at this level. No way. So, I mean, even if I bought at 36 and wanted to get out at 40, I probably wouldn't have been able to get out. Not with this big person sitting here. Alright, there I am. Right before this big wall. And that's what I'm expecting the same thing. I'm expecting it to hit 30 and then have a nice pop. A $4 pop would be good. So like 34.01. Unless she gets up a little higher and then just get out. So that's going to be the resistance right over here at 4. I'm sorry, at 40. And I doubt she'll get to that 40 resistance. Let's see what happens. All we could do is kind of sit back and wait and watch it. Alright, she's now breaking out above the 40. And I didn't think she would. I mean, with that wall being there. And a lot of people are just undercutting that $40 seller. At least he had something executed though. He, she, or the group. But there are a lot of ether available for sale underneath him, or her, or them. Alright, I think another dip is coming. Another dip to where it breaks below 36. So I think I will be buying at that $30 level, $30.01, and then just take a couple dollar profit, and then wait for it to dip again below the 30 bucks. Still trying to maintain that $40 level, which isn't a bad sign. And not a lot of people got in at that $36 level. So the people that bought recently, it's been above the $40 level, so they're going to be looking to cut their losses short. Eventually they're going to get tired of it moving sideways, and they're going to dump in and say, you know what, I'll take this little bit of a loss instead of having it dip again to 36 and taking a bigger loss. That's my prediction. That's what I see happening. Alright, let's see where a close-up of the depth chart with our buyers and sellers. Definitely that $40. I mean, it was a little under 2,000 Ether. But right underneath it, actually, they're taking it off. They could be moving it down. That's a possibility. There were a couple right underneath them, like 200-300. So people are stacking up underneath that $40. And some are adding to it. Let's see if he's moved it. Oh yeah, he did. Moved it to $39.99 to try to get out. He knew 40 wasn't going to hit. So that's definitely one seller sitting with a good amount of coins. Probably 1,200. Let's see if they keep moving it down. Yeah, if that seller wants to get out, he's probably getting paranoid, and it's probably best for him to get out right now at 83. And that's where not too many buyers though are sitting there. So yeah, he or she's gonna have a hard time unloading all those, because really there isn't tons of buyers. There we go. Now there's buyers to support it, but that's at 37.70. Yeah, that's a big hit. It would be taken though. Let's see if he's still there at 39.99. Can't even go up that far because the prices dip way below it. a little under 2,000 at 39.99. There she comes crashing. Let's break 36. Break 36, get to my 30. I'll get in and then look to get out. But that's definitely good support for it, right in the 36, 39 range. 36 support, 39 resistance. Alright, looks like our big seller has not moved his price down. He's probably sitting still at $39.99. Yep, 2,161 for $39.99. So a couple of traders have added on to the big traders order. Yeah, if he wants to get out, he's got to lower that price. So at this point, if I was somebody that had some Ethereum, I would be nervous. It's not going up to their price point for them to be able to sell. So, especially if somebody's looking to get out at 40, 41, I would lower my price and get out, wash my hands, and kind of walk away. As long as you exit out with a profit as best as you can. But let's see. He's looking for that $39.99. But I don't think there's going to be buyers to support that. The problem that big seller's going to have is that he's always going to have other sellers undercut him and sell below his price or her price or their price. So it's gonna be hard for him to get out. A lot of people are seeing that. They know this chart is downtrending, and they're going to be putting their orders in way before him, or way before them. But a large portion of those ether is one person. And let's see if I see what we saw last time where there would be a big buy order to try to get people to go in before that big buy order and cause the price to increase heavily. And then that price, it would increase to that $39.99 to give them a chance to get out. So you got to look very careful for that. And it'll come on and disappear. Alright, it might be getting close to that $39.99. Let's see if that price is still at $39.99. Nope, it's not there. So our big seller is gone. He is no longer there. Now that could pop up anytime. He could have taken it off just to kind of hide it from the book. And then once it gets close to that price range, then he would put it on, or she or them. But that has to be one seller. There's no way that the whole thing would disappear. And bots have seemed to have subsided. A couple orders for the bots, but it's not as bad as it was. But they are coming back on the sell side. 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, tons of 0.01s. All increments of a penny. Alright, it just hit that $39.99. And our seller was nowhere to be found. Unless he broke up his sell orders. That's what I would have done. I would have broke them up, put them in different price points. Don't scare other traders away. Alright, bots are coming back. Tons of little orders. Alright, let's see. 4080. Big seller for 2050 Ether. Let's see if that's our guy. But tons of orders for bots on the sell side. On the buy side, just at the top, especially the 0.022799354 at $40.20, $40.18, $40.16, $40.15. Those are all bots. Alright, I think I'm going to end this stream unless something crazy starts happening. But it is 4:36 a.m. And the second big drop basically happened yesterday between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. right at this second long candlestick. And the other one was from 3 to 4. So maybe I'll stay up for another 24 minutes to see what she does. Our 2050 Ether is still sitting there at $40.80. Alright, breaking under 40. So people are hitting the market the market buy order. Alright, doesn't look like we're getting much of movement, but I'm going to leave that order in there. You guys have a great morning. It's about